This is my storage system. And as you guys can see, it's pretty huge. But we're missing one big thing. An entrance. So we're going to start today off just by doing that. So I already have a little bit here, and unfortunately I just got shot by this guy. A random flame bow, what's it called? Guy. Skeleton. So we have to deal with him a little bit. But overall, he shouldn't be too big of a bother, hopefully. So I'm just going to extend this out. And... oh, almost got me there. Okay, got me there. And I don't really know how I want this shape to go. But I do know I kind of want to bring this in a little bit. So let me maybe add some pillars here. And I'm missing a big piece there, which I should definitely fix. Get rid of that. So let's add some steps into this space. Maybe we'll do some more quartz brick. Kind of just make a nice little entrance. Doesn't have to be anything too fancy, but just want something that's above the bare minimum. Let's get down here. Place a pillar there. And we can continue to just fill this up. Maybe do blocks of quartz in the corners. And I guess we could just make this one vertical. I don't know. The good thing is I do have an actual entrance that is complete, but it's on the complete opposite side. This is actually my main entrance, so we can kind of look at this a little bit. So what do we do here? Oh, we have some nice stairs going on. I use this every day, but I haven't really like thought about how I actually like should build it. And I don't have stairs in my inventory, but it's a good thing I do have this on me always. Let's make a couple of normal quartz stairs because I do kind of like this look that I did. And place these perhaps. Oh, I think actually the play here is we'll cover this up. Then we'll take this down. We'll place these with the quartz blocks. Ouch. I really need to move that guy. And we'll be done here soon enough, hopefully. What? We're offset. Oops. No, we lost a quartz block. Oops. Wait. Ooh. Then we go kind of like this. Oh, oops. No, I missed more quartz. I'll do this. We'll decorate this a little bit later, but kind of just got to figure out what to put here. So probably we'll go with this. Get some quartz slabs. At least going across here. Probably gonna do this. Or you kind of put these upside down stairs. Hopefully this guy doesn't shoot me immediately. The good thing is he doesn't have like a strong bow, it just has flame on it. This does look a little weird, but I think we can circumvent this by adding this kind of design that I've had going on with the other parts of this thing. And then we'll fill in the bottom with some kind of contraption. But let's let me actually reclaim some of our blocks here. You can see we have a pretty big underground space. I've trapped a couple interesting drowned down here. So that'll be I don't know. I don't know what I'm gonna do with those guys, to be honest, but they'll probably have some kind of use eventually. But what that use is, I couldn't tell you. Let's go out a little bit more. Maybe do some more pillars here. And then do like quartz stairs here. Create a little gap there. I kind of like that. Maybe we put like a sea lantern there or something. Probably change this up to be just a slab. Just so it's like not too tall. Ooh. Maybe I'll just copy what we kind of had on the other spot. You know, we're kind of having this smooth quartz kind of backing. So maybe instead of this, we'll just have smooth, oops, it's not smooth quartz slab. Let's have this. Maybe this is a little much. Let's see. Do we have any smooth quartz stairs? We do. So we'll do a stair here and then a slab. And then we'll bring this whole thing down one more with the stairs. Please don't fall. Thank you. Then this will go back to the slab. Now we can, oops. Now we can get rid of this stuff. And soon we'll actually have a usable entrance on this south side of our beautiful, beautiful build here. So first I wanted to do this part, and I've missed my trident jump. Like a little bit too many times. Did it again. Let's go straight up. Okay, got it. Finally. Took me long enough. So let's break out this entrance here. You can see the front here is also still pretty barren, so we definitely need to lock in on that. Oops, should be quartz bricks. Kind of want this part to go out a little more as well, so we'll do this again. More stairs. We'll just do smooth quartz slab here. And then we'll kind of continue this trend going down. The slabs. Then maybe here I swap to pillar. One, because I'm out of smooth quartz right now and I don't really care to get it. Also, I think pillars would be good here. And then maybe just do pillars on the sides. And add normal quartz slab on top of these. Or if I have them, yes, I do. Quartz stairs. So you get that kind of difference on the sides, but you still have this kind of elongated stairway that goes up. So yeah, I'm kind of happy with this design. I guess here I should put some more stairs. And I should grab a red terracotta, which I will go do, which thankfully is also really close by, right over here. Our one red terracotta. And we'll grab 4 sea lanterns, I guess. And hopefully this front side looks a lot more pleasing. Only I could. I guess we have to go down. So I'm going to make a nice hole for us to get down. And hopefully we can just reach this from the bottom here. And then we'll just shoot ourselves back up. And hopefully not get shot by our flame guy. And I think more or less that's done. We still have a little bit of work to do decorating everything else. But just stairs-wise, I think this is pretty decent. Maybe do some more pillar action here. Do maybe stairs here. And then we'll decorate up top here a little later. Just because it's not a high priority, but I'm pretty happy with this. You have some nice light coming out. but we still definitely have to do some spawn proofing, which I guess I'll just go do in a kind of time lapse thing. And then after everything's spawn proofed, I'll keep on decorating the rest of this. And yeah, I'll just see you when the time lapse ends. Alrighty, so as you guys have seen in the time lapse, I was working on just putting some dots in here. As you can see, it's not completely spawn proof, which is I think completely okay for the purposes of what we're doing today, because we just kind of need to finish decorating this front part. I do want to get some greenery over here, and let's just go take a look at the side that I've already done, because I kind of want to copy this kind of motif going here. We're still gonna need to get these flowering azalea filled in, but like the rates of these are pretty bad, so it'll take me a little bit as I just like slowly farm up moss. You can see here, it's just a lot of grass, firefly bushes, red, like the sweet berries, bamboo, kind of just dotted everywhere. So I'm gonna try and do that. I'm not too sure how I want to pattern it, because over here I started going a little sparser with just using some bone meal. So you can see like there's some patches that aren't like grassy, like right here. So you can see kind of bone meal like on this block and like on this block or something. And that kind of creates these effects where it's like a little like I don't really know the word for it, to be honest. It's like splotches rather than over here where it's like super dense. Because I'm not too sure what I want to do, because what I plan to do on this side. So this is the south entrance, and on this side of the south entrance, I've been deforesting and kind of making a way for a big terraforming project. Let me actually turn this off. But my plan originally here was to make like an autumnal forest, which when I saw the dappled forest update starting to come out, I was super hyped, because I've always wanted to put that kind of autumnal kind of forest here. But then I looked at the forest, and then I looked at the grass, and I realized, even if I do get the leaves, the ground won't look right. So I scrapped that idea. I still do want to do like a large autumnal forest somewhere in my world. Yeah, I still kind of want to do an autumnal forest, but that'll probably just come wherever I find a nice dappled forest. Dappled forest. I always call it dappled. But yeah, so now we just kind of have to terraform this, and we'll decide what to do with it. I was thinking maybe kind of like a custom birch forest, not these lame ones, but like custom. But we'll see. We'll see what we do in a future episode. But today, I kind of just want to get this thing nice and finished, because this is the south side. This is technically, like architecturally and just design wise, this is supposed to be the main entrance, which is why you can see directly into the courtyard with our beautiful tree and our pagoda and our nether portal. So I kind of want this to be spruced up compared to, what is that, the east entrance. The east entrance is the one that I did first, just because it's kind of the one we're using, since we have all of our stuff over here. So like our villager trading, all of our like kind of main areas are here. But I kind of want to flesh out a path a little more and just like see how well traveled it is. Kind of. I don't really know like the lore I want to build in this world. I kind of do want some lore, but yeah, I do want some lore, but like I'm not really sure how it's gonna go with my level of building, since I feel like I can't get things too cohesive. I don't think there's much lore over here besides there's a player. So not too sure what I want to do with here. But I do want some lore. So kind of want to just make sure I flesh things out and make sure things look the way they should be. And like, to be honest, I don't think this looks very main entrancey. So we're gonna have to spruce up, I guess, a long path. And I did kind of make an effect where we will kind of see how grand it is, because we're going at a lower angle from this dip in height. So it's like you're looking up at it always. until you finally enter in it. And so at that point, we're still looking up into this thing. And even as we ascend the stairs at the foot of the door, we're still kind of looking up into it. It's not until we actually get inside the building into this kind of corridor area where we're finally level, but still this high ceiling kind of provides that effect still. And then you have just these kind of looming arches on this side and just kind of a higher ceiling and just this kind of I'm not really yeah, so with the high ceilings, you kind of get this effect of like it's like just like a grandiose effect. I don't really know how else to put it into words, but I think I cooked with this kind of always kind of looking up and feeling small, but then you kind of walk into the rooms and then you still feel like it's a storage room because you get all these chests, all the items, but you still have this kind of feeling of being minuscule in the grand scheme of this whole place. So I'm gonna go figure out what I'm gonna think about this for a little bit, and yeah, I guess we can add some decor here. I don't want to copy exactly what I have on the other side, but I kind of want to like expand on those motifs, kind of just add more kind of variation. I'm assuming is kind of what I plan to do. Maybe add ferns, but I don't know. I don't have too many ferns farmed up. I guess you can't really bone meal them directly onto the ground, but maybe more bushes, more firefly bushes, maybe some more like custom kind of like plants, but I'll have to decide that. But I guess you'll see me in this next time lapse. Cue the music. Okay, so I've since kind of decided the block palette. I was debating between whether I should make it a white kind of gateway or a black gateway, and I decided on white. One, because, I mean, the main thing is that the white allows us to use pale oak, which gives us kind of another avenue for some shapes that we can create with trapdoors and shelves, whereas black, you don't have that kind of that option. So I've chosen this. I've gotten my inspiration from the Arc de Triomf in Barcelona. That was the main thing I was kind of going for. I also found out there's also an Arc de Triomf in France, so that's kind of cool. And you guys can see I haven't really done anything, but like for you guys it's been like 10 seconds. For me it's been about a day. But I kind of want to put it like somewhere over here-ish. Just like a big kind of space. Let's go back here. Just to like frame it from this side and also allow us to wind this path this way over here. So we have our block palette. We have our ideas. So let's get building. So we have our block palette. We have our location, which we need to create a gap right about here. So I'm planning, we're gonna place like a log here and a log here maybe, and hopefully this will create that effect. Yes, maybe shift it over one or two actually. I think here's good, and then here's good. So let's just make sure that we have this kind of lined up. Okay, shifted it too much, I suppose. Put this one back. But this creates like we have like a gateway that it's going to be very off-center, but the path will kind of wind this way. But the thing is, at least for the thumbnail, it'll kind of have this gateway, like a portal effect. We can just kind of like look behind it and see our beautiful entrance that we've made today. So I'm just going to kind of build up quite a bit and just do this. So my idea here is I want some kind of, hold on. I want an arch here, right? Because I think arches are cool. but I also kind of want like a cylindrical kind of base to it. So something maybe like this on the bottom here, where we're creating this. Let me make sure that's open. Yes, we are recording on flashback. Is we're creating this kind of rounded base with some of our blocks, and like maybe we'd use slabs in the corners here, and then we'll do some pillars. Oops. We go up another block, and then kind of again with these pale oak stairs, right? So we have these kind of pillars being made, and maybe even we'll increase the height of this one, and I'll use like slabs here instead, just to get this super rounded look to it. And as it approaches night, I will do a little sleep. But you have this like super thick base that I am liking. Okay, let's take a sleep here. And I'm liking what we have now. I kind of wanted this kind of cylindrical kind of pillar that goes up into the arch. So I'm liking how thick the base is, but it kind of tapers a little too much towards the top. So I'm not too sure how I feel exactly about it, but okay, what am I doing? Let's turn this all into pillar. Okay, so it should be 1, 2, 3, right? Okay, one more. And then we do the stairs. And I'm thinking we can do, like, let's get a crafting table down here. Now here's our pale oak logs. Oh, I need some shelves. Make a couple of these. Oops, wrong way. Boom. Oops. Ooh, I actually kind of like that. Oops. It's kind of hard building with these. It's the wrong tool. Kind of don't like how it's like directionally placed, but that's just me being kind of cynical. Oops. Don't want to do that. And we'll make a couple pale oak trapdoors. And I think that'll do for this pillar. Oh heavens. See, most people I think don't realize that the way you place the trapdoor actually matters. Because you have this hinge, or like the handle, and that'll change based on whether you're doing it up or placing it down. Okay, this makes it too boxy, I think. Oops. Just breaking everything, huh? What if we do something like this? Then do like trapdoors here. Kind of like that. Kind of like that. Okay, so let's do some more trapdoors then. So I'm liking the way trapdoors look. And I've also been trying to use like just normal doors kind of in some of my builds, or like just for like decoration in general. And I think it's an interesting concept, to say the least. I think doors are very interesting to use as like a decorative block, and no one really uses them. So I'm kind of experimenting with all that stuff. And I'm liking the way we're looking right now. So let's make some more. Oops. Looks like we're running out of materials. Let's get this final little bit going. This, the rest of this becomes trapdoor. At least we do have enough. That is at least good. I think we want it on the bottom, right? Yes. And we don't actually have any more of that, but I think we have any like random slop blocks anywhere in my inventory. I really hope I do, because I just need to just put some filler in there instead of using my pale oak. Like, just use some spruce wood. Get up top. Go here first, actually, because it's not seen anyway. So, do I really need to use my valuable blocks here? Not really. So let's just fill this in with spruce, and no one needs to know. Replace that with pillar. Nice. We'll do the same thing here, and then we'll get a little bit of our pale oak down. A little bit of cheapskate, but that's okay. Oh, no one will notice unless you watch the video. So we have these really nice pillars going on here. Now we kind of need to connect these two because they're kind of just standalone right now. Oh, and wow. This is so sad. It's just raining now. What did I do to deserve this? Okay. We can also add a little bit of lighting here. Actually not sure where I'd add the lighting. Maybe just break this. Like each corner. Put some end rods. Maybe you can even see like the particle effects. And it creates that light that we need so necessary, or like so desperately, to make sure that we don't get jumped while we're trying to just navigate our beautiful, beautiful base. Now you can see it a little bit. I don't know if they go far enough out. Oops. We don't want to do that. So, well, I'll see if it actually, like, you can see the particle effect, but take a look at this. And, like, the light is good. The light is really good, so I think I'm happy with that. Kind of puts an emphasis on this side as well. So now we gotta kind of get this shape going here. And I think the majority of this will be done with quartz and quartz slabs. Do I have scaffolding in here by chance? I do not. Okay, I'm gonna use some mangrove. I'm gonna put this away. It's mangrove root because it's an insta-break. Okay. So what if we just begin here? Oops. Close enough. I feel like that goes too instantaneously. Okay. Head back down. And I'm gonna make 2 more sets of shelves. And we're gonna go up 1 more. So we're gonna do this. We're gonna go with our shelves. Oops, misplaced it again, as per usual. And hey, okay, perfect. And I'll just put this for now, just because I don't really know what else to do. I guess we could make this quartz block for now. Kind of want it, yes, like a horizontal there. Okay, I kind of like the shape of it right now. And then maybe we do slab here. So we're starting, oh, that goes Guess this would have to be slab as well. Oh, but that bottom part's really thick. If we do this. Yeah, it kind of approaches too quickly. So, not too sure. Let me just keep expanding it and see what happens really. Do this. Like it goes and then boom, boom. Then back up to that gradual kind of slope. So maybe not. Maybe we'll just do this. And that is about halfway. So let's actually look what that... Let's try and see what this looks like on this side as well. We'll do our things here. Boom, boom, boom. This, right? And then... I guess we could do this instead, right? And then we do slab here. Bring this over. And what do we have here? Stair and slab. Oh, I kind of like this. Oh, I really like this, actually. And then you can have... You just do planks here. Ooh. How do I want to do this then? And maybe I go like this. Fourth slab here, 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 here. Ooh, that looks tacky. It kind of looks tacky. What about just this kind of protruding part? Also looks tacky. If I drop it down instead of up. A quartz slab there. And then I kind of want to do like a light fixture here. Let's do a sleep up here. Just so we don't get jumped by a creeper when we go down, because that would suck. And let me observe again. I don't like how bulbous it looks. Let's say if anything, we could do like a that and a that. No. I think we just remain as is. And I mean, like, it's a pretty good look, I think. The pearl arches, we can call this. I'm pretty happy with the way this turned out. It's not as bulky and like, it's like, if we look at the picture of the Arc de Triomf, it's definitely a bulkier build, but we have like, I kind of like how simple it is, right? It's just an arch, a big arch that kind of highlights this beautiful build, and at least the entrance that we finished today. But I definitely do kind of want to add a little bit more. Maybe add some buttresses on this side, so have this kind of arc down as well. Just so it's like, let's take a look at that again. Yeah, and then it'll frame it a little more. So I'm kind of down to begin trying to make these buttresses. Just begin on this side. And honestly, we could probably just begin here. And then we'll instantaneously go down one full block. Let's get back up on our high horse. And then, oh heavens. Like, that must change. Oops. I think we kind of just carry this down. Right? And eventually we begin finding our stride, in a sense. Where we do this. Then we do this. And then we do this. Then we do oak slabs. Actually maybe here we do a slab. No. It's probably better to do the slab here. So we want to, like, we need that visual of a gradual descent. Probably change this to the oak as well. And then we need to change this to pillar. No one needs to know the rest of it is all spruce. And then same thing here. This thing kind of needs to come down one. Let me just do a thing here. Let's look at this. Ooh, the buttress looks bad. Oh, that looks horrendous. Because it kind of needs to go steeper. Like end here or here. Okay, well at least we know that this looks ugly now. I think we should just connect it to the original kind of, not stem, but kind of the original thing right here. At least it's relatively easy to do. Okay, now let's look at that. That does look a lot better. Question is, how do we want to do this exactly? As much as I like... Okay, so maybe we do like... So we keep this one, but then we do a slab here. Slab here? No, but it needs to go down more, so... Maybe... Ooh. Like, ideally, it's kind of like this, right? Or begin sloping down a lot quicker. But, like, we need, like, half a block here. Which is what makes this difficult. So let's just look at what we do here. I think the beauty of learning how to build is, like, you're allowed to break things down, you know? Like, it's okay breaking, like, half of your build. Okay, the shape is looking a little weird. I think it needs to decrease faster. Or like a block earlier. I'm not too sure, though. Maybe I'll just scrap this. But, I mean, it's a learning experience. We're kind of learning how to navigate all these different curves. We can afford to miss out on a little bit of quartz, I think. Quartz pillar. I think we have a... I think my biggest takeaway is just how nice shelves are. Really. Because we're making these... I think I'm getting better at making arches. I mean, we just failed a bunch of times, but I think that's okay. Maybe we'll have like spires going up and around. I think that's a solid idea. It also help us kind of generate that lighting around this area. So definitely, I don't know how I want to do this path though, because as much as I like the white, like the pearly gates. That's definitely not what I want this to be. Not those pearly gates, but you know what I mean. Kind of want something special about this. I don't know if I would just want to keep that just pure white path going in. But I think, at least like for a thumbnail, I think this is good. I think I'm happy with the pearly gate. So, kind of just deliberating on what else I will do. So I'm actually going to just cut here. I'm going to go think about it for a little bit. And I'll come back to you guys once, you know, I've made a decision. So as you guys can see, I've kind of expanded this path up until the thingy-mabob, the gate, but let's see what I've done. I think I'm about finished with kind of what I want to do here. See, I've added some of these weird thingies floating and some banners and some two big rocks. I think it's nice. It kind of adds a little bit of disruption and also a little bit more white. And also, I think just making rocks are kind of fun. But let's go talk about these things for a second. So this is a way I'm planning on kind of lighting up this path just a little bit. I'm calling these like lantern jellyfish, like ghost lantern jellyfish or something, where they kind of just float and they light up the earth, which I think is pretty decent. It's like kind of, I guess, some lore, and also just like hanging lights from kind of like just hanging lights from chains, and it's like it's a nice way to get it out of the way, kind of, and you get some particle effects every once in a while, which I think is going to be nice. It kind of fits with that white motif we're going with along this path. But yeah, I'm pretty happy with how this turned out. Just finished this entrance, gave it a simple stairs, made the pearl gate, and pearl gateway, added these ghost lantern jellyfish, and some rocks. Now, before I end this episode, I must inquire, what do you guys think looks better? Because there's two ways to do this. I have one way where the bottom of the end rod is at, well, the bottom, or you can put it at the top near where the chain is. So you have like this design or that design, and I don't really know which one looks better. But these are just minuscule details, but yeah, I'm pretty satisfied with this. I still don't know exactly what kind of terrain I want to go with, because I do want kind of past this gate to be just birch forest, since that autumnal forest I was wanting to do isn't really as realistic without the biome that being there, and I honestly don't think the chance of the biome being there is very high. And also, it's just not worth like resetting the chunks and then deforesting everything. So I think I'll just go with the birch forest. But yeah, I'm pretty happy with this. Just hopefully those banners will turn up in the thumbnail. But yeah, pretty happy with this. Kind of get that thumbnail shot at the very end. But yeah, it's kind of been a while since I made a video. Been kind of busy. It's also kind of hard to record on my cruddy little laptop. But yeah, this is it. Thanks for watching, guys. We finished pretty big thing that I've needed to get done for a while. But yeah, so that'll be it for me today. Have a good morning, evening, afternoon, whatever it is, wherever you are. I'll see you in the next episode. Bye bye.